Chapter 6 Catastrophic Dynasty. God looked down at Janet and Gold. They tilted their head, focusing on Gold. Janet held his breath, waiting for God to make a move. Catastrophe! God shouted excitedly, while flipping over and floating down to Jaden and Gold's level. They tilted their head up and met Jaden's eyes. I see you've brought Dynasty as well. God rolled their body to face downward and placed their feet on the ground. Gold stood up, and the armor popped open, letting the god step out. Jaden watched the god's eyes shift back and forth between him and Gold. Wow, you two are identical. God got up close to both Jaden and Gold and tapped their foreheads. Two blue transparent cylinders came out of Jaden and Gold's forehead, and God took both cylinders in each hand and pulled each of them open. God floated up a bit in a reclined position and started to scroll through each scroll, and started to mutter to themselves. Jaden looked at Gold, who only shrugged. Aha! I found it! What is it that you found, Lord? Why you two look alike, God said. They waved their hand, and the two cylinders vanished. They then descended down to Jaden and Gold. But it should only extend to surface traits. They muttered that part more to themselves than anyone else. God then shoved both of their thumbs into Jaden and Gold's mouth and pulled their lips back. Just let it happen, Gold muttered to Jaden. It looked like he was about to bite God's finger. God immediately noticed Jaden's significantly sharper incisors compared to Gold's more relatively human teeth. God pulled their thumbs out from Jaden and Gold's mouth before facing Jaden. Look at us! Being friends, God said, before smiling wide enough to reveal that, sure enough, God had sharp canines like Jaden. God went back to analyzing Jaden, while Gold mentally prepared his request. Lord Magic, Gold started, before being interrupted by an exasperated groan coming out from God. Gold! What have we talked about? God bemoaned. Gold didn't respond, but he did gesture towards Jaden, as if that was enough of an explanation. God looked amused at Gold's antics. Magic, Gold said. This is my ward, Jaden. Jaden, this is the one known as Magic the Omnipotent. Magic floated upside down to meet Jaden in the eyes, and smiled. It was almost childlike. I've been known as many things throughout the eons. Has humanity made a word that's longer than eons that isn't stupid sounding? Point is, I've been called many things throughout eternity, which is a very roundabout way of saying, it's nice to meet you, Jaden. Magic smiled and returned to observe Jaden. I need to leave this mortal with you to learn magic from you. Consider this as settling your debt to me, Gold said. Uh-huh, Magic muttered, clearly not paying attention to Gold, as they were fully immersed in observing Jaden. Fascinating, Magic said, before facing Jaden. Dragon or bird? They asked. Jaden glanced over at Gold, who only shrugged at the boy. Bird? Jaden answered. Magic's face looked mixed between confusion and disappointment. Seeing God's face like that, Jaden was quick to switch his answer. Dragon? However, even that response didn't change Magic's look. In fact, it seemed to make it worse. God floated away from Jaden to face Gold. I'll take him, Magic said. I suppose that's two I owe you. Two? Gold questioned. The first one you should know about. The second was for bringing Dynasty to me. I brought Jaden to you as a favor, Gold argued. Magic frowned and hummed, before crossing their legs, sitting in the air. That doesn't sound right, Magic muttered. I owe you two things. God seemed to space out. Lord? Gold said. Magic sharply inhaled through their nose before snapping their head towards Gold. I owe you too, Magic stated with finality. Gold sighed. Well, it doesn't matter. I need information anyways. Oh? Information about what? Or rather, who? Auntie. The children said that you could tell me what he's planning, Gold said. There was a dark look on Magic's face when Gold asked. I'm not going to answer that, Magic said blankly. Gold seemed to accept this answer, but Jaden only frowned. Why not? Jaden questioned. Aren't you God? Shouldn't you be able to do anything you want? Jaden, Gold hissed, but Magic simply waved it off. He's human, Magic said to Gold. He doesn't understand yet. Magic then turned towards Jaden. Humanity knows the universe is large and complex, but I don't think they fully understand what that means. You are correct. I could tell Gold, but that would be... Magic trailed off, steepling their fingers. Boring. Where's the fun in that? I mean, talk about spoilers, am I right? Sure, there are rules and laws that have been put in place to keep the divine in check, and while these rules don't apply to me, I follow them whenever it's convenient for me. God turned back towards Gold. I'll tell you this. Head south to Mexico. Quetzalcoatl should be able to give you an answer as to what Auntie's doing. Where in Mexico? He should be in the area of San Juan, Teotihuacan. You should be able to sense his presence from there. Good. Gold turned towards Jaden. Magic will take care of you. Do what they say. And, for the love of them, Gold said, pointing at Magic, don't do something stupid. Gold turned away. He was about to start walking when he remembered something. Gold snapped his fingers and turned towards Magic. Before I forget, Jaden appears to be immune to my influence. Magic's eyes lit up like a child during Christmas. Really? God turned their attention towards Jaden. Jump, Magic said with a strange lit. Jaden turned towards Gold, confused, but the God wasn't paying attention to the mortal. See, Gold said to Magic, he's immune. No, he's more than immune. He's just not affected by divine influence, period. Isn't that the same thing? It's more of a semantics thing. People who are immune are still somewhat register the effects of divine influence. He's straight up not even registering it at all. Does that mean he's immune to you? Gold asked. No, nothing's immune to my influence, Magic said. Jaden loudly cleared his throat. Could you please tell this lowly mortal what you two are talking about? Divine influence, Magic said, without missing a beat. Gold crossed his arms and said, the thing I did to the waiter and tried to do to you. Oh, dude, what the hell? It was better than the alternative, Gold said. Magic nodded sagely. Gold would have had to kill you otherwise, which would have been a shame. Which reminds me to make a note of an exception for the boy. Right. Well, I'm going to go now, Gold said, making a move to leave. Jaden, don't cause trouble for Magic, the speed god said, pointing at the mortal, before vanishing in a flash of light and a gust of wind. Magic glanced at Jaden. Jaden glanced back awkwardly. So, I hear you're omnibenevolent? Jaden said, and God started to cackle.